Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, drop me a comment, and by all means, share with anybody you think might get something out of it. Well, look, man, my hands are dirty today, guys. Sorry. It was a day. Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful weather day. It was a very busy day. I realized as soon as I left the house this morning, I forgot that I had a call come in late yesterday, which was fine. I was within 10-minute window of when I was supposed to be there, so I was able to leave what I was doing, which was a maintenance project, and go over and take care of the emergency call, and then go back to my maintenance. Then two more emergency calls came in. I got those done. And then my buddy, my partner in the third company I've opened, DNP Realty, called me from a cruise ship in Mexico, of all places. Told me to look at the email he had forwarded me. A house had just gone on, we'd just been notified of a house on the market here in Somerville for what seemed like a pretty amazing price. Now, it's a vacant house, and basically what we'd be looking for, a construction flip. And as soon as he told me, I'm like, wow, this is like this. We both were like, definitely too good to be true, but at least look it up and go take a look. And when I then realized where it came from, great opportunity. Way too late in the game. I showed up at the property at 2:00 this afternoon. They were taking offers up until 2:00 this afternoon. Again, they would have still entertained a late offer, but the fact is that is a prime construction project, which is they get snapped up like hotcakes here in Somerville. It was on the market for $800,000. Capable, a huge, massive single-family house that you could easily renovate into 3 condos. It's standing vacant, so you don't have to buy people out. That screams bidding war. I called a realtor friend, asked him to call the listing agent, see where it stood, and as of 2:15 today, they had already had 20 offers, already doubled the asking price, and walked away. And but Mike, at least I didn't. Amazing that even on my first project, I've already learned so much that I can see what's going to play out if it's the way things typically go. But I still did my due diligence, and just the excitement of going and looking at a property. And I was actually taking pictures of this when I was going to send out to my family, like, hey, this could be one I go after. Like, this could be my first house that I buy. Amazing. Like, I challenge myself every day to face my day with gratitude, with dignity, to be a better person. These are the things I talk to God about in prayer every day. Help me carry a message. Help me do something to make a difference in my community. Help me learn something positive today. Help me to be of value today. And it's working. I see constantly, like, not only the amount of money that I'm making, the amount of new customers I'm making, the amount of compliments I get from my customers. I was doing one of the emergency calls today is for a customer that I like a lot, and not a lot of people like him because he's a very penny pinching older gentleman. But hey, I give him credit. This guy's got somewhere in the ballpark of $25 to $30 million in cash in the bank, and owns probably closer to $50 million in property here in Somerville. Bachelor, no children. I don't know what he's got for family, but he's an older guy. I wish he'd adopt me, to be honest. I'd like to be in that will. But Chris Ost and I get on very well. And again, I did the job for him. It was a considerable job. It was about 30 feet of rotted pipe leaking in a basement. And I gave him, when I gave him my invoice, I actually know I undercharged. So I went to write the invoice, and I know he's someone I give decent deals to because he gives me a lot of work, and he likes to get a good deal. He's just important to him. He's got more money than he'd ever be able to spend, but he likes to. Let's put it this way: he showed up with a bunch of pieces of copper pipe in the back of his 30-year-old Jeep Cherokee, and he's like, "Can you use these pieces of pipe?" Like, no, I cannot. I'm not going to put old rotted pipe back in place of a rotted pipe in your house. It doesn't make sense, Chris. So it's just not only that, but it was lengths of pipe. I'm like, I'd have to cut, clean, and solder so many of these pieces. I'd have to charge you double what I'm going to end up doing just to go get new pipe. And he's like, okay, makes sense. So I did. I looked at the bill again. I upped the bill because I'm like, I'm still not charging enough. And when I handed him the bill, I expected, because it was a little more than I'm getting closer to retail here. I thought he was going to complain, and he knows damn well I take care of him. So he says, no, I tell you what, he goes, follow me to my house, I'll give you cash. And then he gave me a cash tip on top of it. I'm like, oh, Christos is giving me tips. I'm like, it's all how you treat people. I showed up when he wanted me there. I treated it as an emergency. I was open and honest with him. I do good work. I took the time to just explain and make things make sense. These are all things I could not do 19 months ago, not to the level that I do. And it's because I do my program every day, and I apply the principles of my program to other areas of my life. And guys, I'm telling you, you hear me say this a lot, because I am shocked at how much it works. I've taken so many people are afraid to look inward, and that's where we make change. Everybody wants to go out and look outward and try to correct everybody else out around you, thinking you're making a difference in the world. No, you're making enemies. You're making yourself look foolish, and you're just making people feel insecure. It's not the way to do it. At least this is what I found. I'm doing better than anybody I know, on a faster rate than anybody I know. I've stepped into places that nobody I know can get to. I get told this constantly, and the one thing I keep going back to is I'm making changes within. Everything is God and me, and promises I make to myself, characteristics I want to emulate, the way I want to treat people, the way I want to be treated. But it starts. I understand today it starts and ends with the way that I present myself to the world. I focus on myself. I don't compare myself with other creators that are, would make me feel insecure about my channel. This is my niche. I'm proud of it. I don't compare myself with, obviously when I say, oh, I'm under market, that's comparing with other plumbers, but that's fair enough. That's a product. I'm saying I don't go in and do what they're doing. I go in and do what I feel is right, and what I see, and treat everything as an individual basis. I practice where it makes sense to make sure you're giving somebody the best value for the money they're spending. Do they want to rebuild the whole system, or do they want to fix what's suspect, or they just want to fix what's leaking? And you do that by reading people, getting to know people. And in order to do that, you got to be confident and comfortable in who you are, and you got to show up the same person or better every single time. And I see that constantly today. As a matter of fact, one of my customers, I love Alan Gina so much. Al watches the video, so you might even see this. Al was showing me something else he wanted to be done. I stopped to give him an invoice and collect a check for a job I did this morning. And when I walked back up to the car, his wife Gina is such a sweetie. She had such a smile on her face. Hey, honey, how are you? She goes, you look really healthy these days. You look like a wrestler. And I thought that was just hilarious, right? I love Jeannie. I love Alan Jeannie. Guys, love you guys. But again, you see, you know what I'm noticing? A lot more laughter on the channel lately. I'm more comfortable. I'm not. I'm speaking on. I'm seeing the progression of showing up every day. I'm seeing that in so many different areas. The fact that I could walk into that construction project today, be excited for a minute, is great, because I am. I'm excited because I have my end of it in place to go buy that project. But then immediately upon walking up to the sidewalk, realizing it was vacant, realizing they were having open houses today, I'm like, oh, this is done. This is going to go like hotcakes. It's a prime 3-family or 3-condo location. It is a massive, massive house that's, boom, like vacant and ready to go. This is going to go into a bidding war. And I came home, called a realtor, and she called the rent, and sure enough, it had already doubled its price, and that's fine. We'll move on to the next one. Further, because I realized I walked in late, and here's the thing, this is the difference today, guys. Normally I just walk away and say, yep, that's to be expected. Today I take corrective actions. I spoke to that realtor, she's on the MLS. I said, can you forward me all listings in the towns that I'm looking for the second they come out, so I can have early access to these things? And she's like, absolutely. She's gonna put my email into her MLS forwarding, and I will start for whatever areas I'm choosing to look. I'm going to start getting all of the listings ahead of time so that I can have early access to some of these projects. And I'm not saying it's going to give me a unfair advantage, but it'll give me a fair edge. Some people just want to take, boom, cash offer for what they want, no home inspection, boom, get it done, get it out of there. And that's where Doug's made a lot of his money, because again, we're buying these things to renovate. We're not worried about any problems they have inside. We're not trying to nickel and dime an owner on, and oh, this outlet's bad and there's a scratch in this wall. We buy them site, home inspection unseen, because we're ripping them apart and fixing them and remodeling them anyway. And I love that today. I can see that. I can see where I'm at with something, realize how I can do better, and then I go and do better. And I do that through these readings and these principles and applying these lessons to my life. And today's a perfect one. Today's character check. Further, I love how these things come in play, because I was noticing that today. I'm like, wow, I had such a busy day. I had such a profitable day. And I didn't get mad when calls are coming in. I'm pivoting, and then some. I'm always guilty of sometimes. I've got my flow, and then boom, it's interrupted, and I don't express it outwards, but even inward, like that. Still, I say it all the time. That stress is poison. I don't want to feel that. I accept that this is my business. I'm getting better at. Okay, no problem. I mean, I get busy. If I get that busy like I did today, just go home and lay down for an hour. Because I walked in today and I'm like. So boom, the video's going an hour late because I took an hour nap, and that's okay. I want to produce a better video. I don't want to come in here and not have my full attention on the video. Boom, character check. So it's the meditation of the day sent to me by my friend Mark, titled Character Check. Make it a daily practice to review your character. Check your character in relation to your daily life, to those dear to you, your friends, your acquaintances, and your work. Each day, try to see where God wants you to change. In other words, where was something not great? Plan how each fault can be eradicated or each mistake corrected. Never be satisfied with a comparison to those around you. Strive towards a better life as your ultimate goal. God will help you from weakness to power, through danger to security, through fear and worry to peace and serenity. And the prayer for the day is, I pray that I may make real progress toward a better life. I pray that I may never be satisfied with my present state. And that's kind of a two-sided, two-edged sword right there, because I'm extremely satisfied with my present state. Doesn't mean I'm willing to sit here. I'm satisfied with the progress that I'm making. I'm thrilled with where I am in life, but I know full well I'm going to dig in deeper. I do these videos every day. I do a multitude of readings every day. I spend time in my quiet place, prayer. I do meditations every day, and then I get up and I take corrective actions on the things that I realize weren't my best. As I understand, there are things that, and here's the thing about guys, when you start doing the work, you start with the most obvious, biggest changes. You work on those. If you do them properly and you make the right changes, you're going to start just feeling that lack of stress, the happiness, the lightness, the peace, the serenity. And then all of a sudden you step into something that you haven't worked on yet, and you're like, ooh, I can start to feel the ick. Like this feels good. This feels kind of normal. It's not terrible, but it's not this. So you stop and you look at that. Well, what could I do to make that better? How could I be a better person? And here's the thing, guys. If you're following me here, you get it, great. If not, you understand something. Don't go into a situation telling others they need to change to suit you. Be the change that you want to see. That's not a slogan. That is the best advice anybody's ever going to give you. We are all powerful manifestors, powerful creators of change in our world when we do it from within. That's what I see. I didn't come into this recovery trying to save the world and change the world and, going after whatever. I came in and said, wow, my problem is me. I'm going to fix me. I'm going to change me. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be a better person. And because my goal was, well, obviously in the beginning, just to get off the drugs. But from there, I started seeing signs and opportunities. And in order to reach them, it's because I was acting as a better person. Like just shedding the drugs was monumental. Like allowed me to start being a better person. Allows all of us to start being a better person. We're not forced to lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, disappear, isolate, you know what I mean? Like the addiction does to us. I urge you, and I say this, guys, because just, oh my God, does it work? I'm so incredibly blown away. And unfortunately, I'm a vain human being. And I guess fortunately, I'm a vain human being. There's two sides to every coin, right? we love being better, and that's okay. It's okay to enjoy getting accolades. It's okay to enjoy praise. Like, it sure beats getting, people being disgusted and shitting on you all day, of course. And you don't go for it for that reason. I use them as a benchmark to show me the amount of change that I've brought into my life, because I'm like, well, I wasn't being talked like this. Nobody was telling me this. I wasn't getting complimented like that. People were always trying to give me constructive criticism in those days, and I took it as a tax. That's on me. But today, I notice people very rarely have constructive criticism for me, unless they're, I'm in a teaching program. People are shocked by the amount of change that I've made in my life, and the positions that I'm in, and the happiness that I bring, and the strength that I bring to bear, and it's a beautiful thing. But it's because I've done the work internally, and they see that. I'm living proof that this stuff works, and any one of us can do this, because I did. I came in like withered, battered, beaten. I've been through the depths of hell. Very, 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 very few ever know, never mind survive. Guys, I've been sentenced to prison 15 times. I lived homeless on the streets of Austin for 4 years. Like, these are death sentences for success, for mental health, for stability, for financial security. Never mind to be a landlord here in Boston with these prices. But I'm well on my way, and I'm standing at the doorstep. I'm healthier than I've ever been. I go to the gym regularly. I put up records for me, shocking amounts of weight. Anything I put my focus on improves, because I do it from within. I don't go out and say, oh, can I take a better supplement and then be the bigger guy at the gym? That's cheating. No, I go there, and I started very weak and very humble, and I showed up and I worked hard every day. Same with my business. I didn't go in saying, I'm going to steal this from him. I come in, he sucks, I'm better. No, I just show up when I get a call and say, what can I do? I stop and I do my work to the best of my ability. Most importantly, I get up every morning. I start my day in prayer. God, please guide me. Please let me walk in your life. Let me be an extension of you. Let me carry a good message. Let me make a difference in my community. And then I go out and I strive to do all those things. I used to be so disconnected, and we learn to be so compartmentalized in addiction. Everything I do relates to everything I do. It is all intertwined. That is progress. That is the way we make change. You keep everything in mind, and then I show up those same principles, those same ideals, the same attitude, and the same personality to every one of those situations. So now I'm consistent. If you want to build, you've got to be consistent. You can't show up as Tom and then Dick and then Harry and expect it all to meld together and people will accept it. You got 3 different personalities, and I probably had 300 in addiction. I don't today. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I've certainly cracked the code. And it's not by my own judgment, it's by the judgment of life. Like, life shows me where I'm at today, guys. I was at a $800,000 construction project today, fully ready to buy it on site and capable of buying it on site. That is shocking. That project, and again, it's not going to be that one, it's going to be this one or that one. We're looking at a couple others at the same time. I will get my first project by the end of the year, which will put me at least on paper, if not liquid in my bank, into the millionaire status. Guys, I was a homeless street junkie, ex-con, no license. All those things do no longer apply. I'm about to be a millionaire landlord. And again, if it doesn't happen by December, that'll happen by, whatever. It'll happen on God's time frame. I just got to keep showing up every day. But the point of it is, that's another thing. Boom, one more. Yet again, this morning I'm going through my email, because Doug, anyway, I go to my email, but Doug had told me, hey, go check out this email I sent you, and I see one from my bank. That used to be one of the scariest things in addiction. Oh, what did I get caught doing now? What did I do? Oh, who's coming after me now? My bank sent me yet another email. Congratulations, your business account has now been upgraded to our highest tier, Platinum Honors. I didn't even know that was something that existed. Guys, my bank has upgraded me to the highest whatever tier banking. I get the best discounts, the best, I don't pay fees, ATMs, my credit cards, I do better. Like, that is not who I was. My credit was a 500. I couldn't open a bank account. Everything was frozen. I was tanked 19 months ago. Now I'm being accepted for mortgages. I'm in Platinum Honor status in the bank. Like, It's amazing. The proof is in the pudding, because I do the work every day, and I do it in all the areas. I tie everything together. I do an inventory every day. This is part of it right now. I do a live on air with you guys every single day. It works, but it's from within. I don't go out and try to tell other people they gotta meld to accept me. I fix me to make me the best version of me for God and myself, and then I bring that to bear in the outside world, and I just try to make the biggest difference, the most positive impact I can, help as many, and just make as many people smile and laugh, and prove that there's still good people out in this world, and it's working incredibly well, and I'm so incredibly honored for it. Guys, that is the video for today. Thank you so much for being here with me. Always remember, God loves you. I love you. We'll see you in the next one.